Hey guys, my name is Ryan.
And my name is Miska.
And welcome to Overwatch Central. So, in this video we are taking a look at some old gameplay that we had of a full match a couple of months ago now, actually. For those that sort of haven't really watched this for long, maybe subscribed recently, we do a kind of series called On Second Thought OST, where we take a game, watch it back, and talk about, some of the stuff we did, the team composition, the use of ultimates, so on and so forth. So this is a kind of look into that, but more specifically into, I guess, hero comps, but more appropriately and more obviously ult stacking, which we will get onto a bit later when you start to see some.
Yeah, so basically we have a bit of an interesting team composition here. We kind of try-harded, I guess you could say here.
Oh yeah,
because
definitely.
we really wanted to have a successful game. We had played against these people before. We knew they were pretty good. And to start off with our team comp, we had a Lucio Soldier and Reinhardt. And at the start here, you see that we struggled quite a bit to even come out of our own spawn. But later on, we really tried to group those three together and then have the rest of the team just kind of fight around them. So they are a really good sort of core of three to move the payload. They have pretty decent range. Reinhardt obviously doesn't, but when a fight breaks out, he can charge in or ult or whatever. Like, there's a lot of sort of utility there. And then the rest of the team is just kind of built to deal with snipers and anyone in the backline. And here's where the ultimate stacking sort of starts, really.
Yeah, so I guess this one was kind of more by accident, but as you see, like, I got a triple kill there, got the achievement with the ultimate and stuff like that. And generally we kind of stumbled on that, and I think if we didn't do that, we would have lost the game at this point easily. They were just completely on top of us, and you'll see from here as well, they seem to push us back again pretty hard. We can talk a bit about the symmetric teleporter in the room on the right. It's a particularly sort of obvious place to put a teleporter, but we don't necessarily think it's a very good one.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a good one at all on this map. It's very easy to kind of fall back into that back corner because it's a little bit hidden. There's a big health pack there as well, which is really beneficial for the team. But as you can see there, they actually kind of capitalized off it. I wouldn't say it was because of the teleporter only though, because they had a bunch of ultimates. They threw out a Lucio ult and a Reinhardt ult, which will definitely help them outlast our team. And here we got the Reinhardts charging themselves back and forth a little bit. But we're coming up to the next ultimate stack. As you can see, Ryan is closing up to another ultimate. And we throw out a bunch here to push through this next sort of bit here.
We literally use like 4.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it's a good, as I was saying, we were sort of stumbled on it with the first one. For this one, it was like you can see people using the ping wheel on the left hand side giving ult charge and stuff like that, and unfortunately the D.Va used a ult there. It would have been useful to have on the next push, but for this one I remember just said like, hold on to your ults, and then it was like, right, go now, everybody ult, just if you've got your ult, use it. And you could see that again we just completely close shop here and clear out everybody that's near it, and the only people that are really left are, you pretty much chase down this Reinhardt I think as well. So this Widowmaker, who has given us a lot of trouble, didn't stand a chance with the D.Va running at her and everybody shooting from a distance. So like from this point we were like, right, don't waste your ultimates, use them really together and use them as a push. And we do it again twice I think, actually
maybe even 3 times. We kind of clicked here and we knew what we kind of needed to do to get through like this team's defense, and we tried to also find which players on their team were doing well, so we knew what they would kind of do. Obviously here, like this Torbjorn, I don't think he switched throughout the game, and after this bit, after that like first pit, he just never really gets to settle down and whack his turret up to level 2 and get a good ultimate off. So it's a bit of a weird one on their side, but I would definitely say that we worked hard on knowing what to counter and what to expect. But I guess that thing about finding a star player is important. I would definitely say, at least.
Yeah, certainly the Widowmaker was a really strong pick for them to begin with, and was pretty much on fire throughout. I believe they changed to a Hanzo in this situation, and you can see Hanzo get a couple of pickoffs on me with the skill arrow, but generally it kind of fell into our hands a little bit. Like, D.Va is such a strong pick against the Widowmakers and Hanzo, not necessarily because she's a hard counter, but she's just a massive distraction for them, and she just flies straight at them, and with the amount of armor that she has, it just takes a while for them to actually sort of kill her. So she's great at just running at a Hanzo and causing issues.
Yeah, they can't really deal with her on long range without the snipers, because snipers have, the big chunks of damage that are needed to get through the armor. But since she has, like, so much HP, is it 750 or 650 combined, right? And 400 of that is armor, which is ridiculous. And, if she just beelines for a sniper, and someone else, like a soldier, tries to deal with her, he won't do a whole lot about it. And yeah, the sniper will just get shot down for at least a little bit. So it's a great sort of window to start a push on. But yeah, like Ryan mentioned before, the ping wheel as well, you can see it in use here quite a lot. Is that, we just try to make sure that everyone knows when ultimates are up. And here is an ultimate, for example, quite a few even, enemy Lucy ult as
this
well.
This one was a lot harder because, there was a Lucy ult on their side, and this Symmetra just completely sticks onto me. But the rest of the team, even though you could see me flying through different perspectives, probably out of frustration more than anything. That's what I tend to do when I get annoyed when I die, is just flick through them and think what I could have done differently. But you can see with the kill feed at top, we got the majority of kills in there, just taking on the Torbjorn turret and stuff like that. So now we're probably going to push to the next checkpoint. And generally as well, like you said, with the team composition, you have a Reinhardt, Lucy and Soldier who are very sort of a static line defense almost, so having those three people sort of sat on the payload like we have been up until this point, and then just the Pharah and Genji and whoever else coming back when they need to,
exactly,
really means that you're always moving the payload at a really good speed. And like you can see, I'm pretty much just latched onto the payload. I'm not stretching too far out. I'm just using it as cover, poking my head out on each sides to see who's around.
Yeah, and even
taking
when
out
the
these
Lucy
people as
isn't
much as I
there,
can.
Even when Lucy isn't by the payload, you have the AoE heal from the payload when attacking, which is really nice for a soldier, because you don't have to use your heal always. So you can save the heal when you moved away from the payload, which is very beneficial for him. And as we can see, we come out here and we don't really struggle, but we split up quite a bit. You'll see this happening throughout the next little bits of the game. We kind of spread out a lot, but we still managed to be quite effective out here due to our vertical sort of capabilities with the D.Va and Pharah and so on. So we still kind of stay in control. It's just very sort of loose at this point. But coming back to the ping wheel real quick, I would say that it is one of the most key tools to use when you should coordinate pushes and anything really in public matches. It's so useful even if you don't know the people on your team. If you ping, they will see that from the other side of the map and they'll know exactly what you mean by it, because even if it's in another player's language, they will know, apart from voice chat and text, they won't know sometimes if you don't speak English or your language or whatever. But as you can see, we kind of struggle a little bit with our pusher at the end, but somehow it works out.
Yeah, I generally think it's just from this perspective as Soldier, it's not a great game, I'm not completely dominating, but I think it's a good show from the whole of the team. We were on comms, we were communicating very well, and you can see that communication was there with what people were doing. We kept ourselves up to date with where everybody was, and we really just seemed to work together and time our ults together, more importantly, because synergizing 3 or 4 ultimates together means that you just won't leave any survivors, and you've seen it already in this game. Just people being completely cleared out by a mix of the Soldier ult, which is good at just picking people off, the Genji ult, which can deal a lot of damage along with Pharah's, and then just those mitigation utility ults like Lucio and Reinhardt's that just completely shut down the enemy team. And I'm pretty sure we have a really strong push at the end here as well, but unfortunately I don't think I see it through. I die fairly late on.
Yeah.
But this is one of the best games I think we've had as a team, and I think it's not in a competitive sense that we played really well. It's just this is very likely how competitive teams have played and will play in the future. Just this whole, they don't waste their ultimates on their own to try and get a couple of kills. They use it to push the objective. And
it's how Overwatch was really meant to be played and should be played and is played by a lot of people. But we wanted to go over this game because we think it's a really good sort of example of it all. And ultimate stacking is actually a lot harder than it might seem sometimes, because Overwatch gets very chaotic and so on. But hang on to your ultimates if you know that you're planning something with your team, because that can be so game-changing and just help you push through anything.
Especially with the likes of Azarian and Reinhardt on your team as well. It can make your job a lot easier. But we hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a fun series to do, just to sort of pick up any games. Do like this video if you want to see more videos like this, just sort of commentating over a game, talking about what we think, any advice that we can give along the way. And do let us know in the comments if there's any particular heroes you'd like to sort of see gameplay of, whether you'd like to see more Genji Onid from Miska, or some other heroes like a Mei, for example, on Control, which we do have. Do let us know in the comments what you'd like us to see, and we will work on doing that in the future. Subscribe for more Overwatch content if you haven't already, and until next time, take care, and we'll see you then.